know that it's Buckeye State rival up in Cleveland, but we are under a thick blanket of the white stuff here at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
28, Joe Mixon.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Second and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow. They'll roll him out right. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bengals' 24-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Dobbins running out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 6-yard line.
Second and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good.
Ravens 7, Bengals nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
Burrow's pass.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
A loss of 5.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
First down, Baltimore.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson gets this one to Hill. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. The punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Escapes the defender. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and that will come the offense as they take over.
38-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
14. And a Raven 1st down.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Bengals nothing.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete here.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson will throw again. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Jackson on the keeper. Incomplete on the throwaway.
The Ravens send their punter out now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
1st and 10.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action with Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there is no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now a hit and a loose football. 30, 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT.
Extra point.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score, Ravens 20, Bengals nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
At the Ravens' 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow looking to pass. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Ravens' 35-yard line.
Now Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain there of 21 yards.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
At the 13-yard line.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Now it's Burrow. That's complete right around the 8. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Steps away. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. The former 1st-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
1st down, Ravens.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
4 yards on the play.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Samson Abukum, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
16-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
You ain't gonna burn me.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And this is caught off the deflection. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Brought down.
So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37.
The ball carrier.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Another run here with Dobbins. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 30. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
2nd and 12. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Justice Hill.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson throwing right, and that's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Dobbins. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson. That's complete right around the 8.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
He's crossing. He's checking crap. You, Mike 57. Report. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
One more time with Dobbins.
And this time he is in. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns and's got him in the lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 38 yards on the scamper there. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
Man,
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And now they will throw it with Burrow. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At the 19-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Ball carrier.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
19-yard line.
On second down, here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On third down, Mixon. And they've got it inside the 10 and the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
A pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal.
Here's Cannon. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is third and goal.
Burrow will throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That is caught at the 7-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. He couldn't get the ball away on fourth and goal. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That good for 22 and a first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go. 57's the 13. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G.
Right back to Dobbins on first.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
57's low. I'm here all day. Watch the twist.
Now a carry for Dobbins. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, Dobbins. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
Baltimore.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I think the reason this play's so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's in a full run by the time he gets the football.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
He was brought
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. Tucker now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Ravens 33. Bengals nothing. Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Unable to corral him. He fights through. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They'll run on first down. Dobbins, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The tackle.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Pick up on the play, and it's third down.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they will take a knee here. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And on fourth down, they come up and take the knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs.